center, standing 7'2", number 5. At power forward, standing 7'2", number 2, Alex Now. At the other forward position, standing 7'2", number 8, Kobe Bryant. Starting at shooting guard, at 6'6", number 23, Michael Jordan. The other guard position, 7 feet 1 inch, number 13. Number 13.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No trick, it's the NBA on Halloween. This is Kevin Harlan. You can feel the energy here in the Bradley Center. The Bucks looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. And last year, they were able to take the edge in the series thanks to some clutch play.
Well, they took the season series from this club a year ago, but then again, almost everybody did.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Robert Covington out there with Robinson. And it's Richardson, then there's Nerlens Noel, and it's in at the point guard position. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Clark, let's be honest here. I doubt either team is shooting for the playoffs.
Well, Kevin, I'm always honest. That's the only way that I roll.
They
might say they are, but sometimes you need a reality check. That said, we've seen amazing turnarounds in the past. It could happen with one of these guys.
And the basket good.
Well, you know, it's always a challenge for a coach in a position like Brett Brown, leading a team to a season with 63 losses. How do you hold the Sixers players accountable and demand execution? And despite that lack of success, I think it goes back to his player development experience, understanding that the process is what you have to embrace as you're working towards more consistent success.
Here's Roten following the three by Milwaukee. The feed to Richardson. The pass to Covington, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. And for Brown, he knew losses would come early. But he demanded, Steve, a 4-year guaranteed deal, wanting time to develop his team, and he got it.
Well, it was smart because this is going to be a difficult transition for the Sixers. And, you know, with all the turnover in the NBA on the coaching front, I think it was important for ownership to give him that long-term approach.
One more time, let him hear it.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. A three from Anderson. The Bucks working the ball around. Fires the three. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow them down.
Stripped away. Shoots the three. Good on the shot. He's got 9.
And that that's what's built them this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the D better start getting out there on them, Steve, and soon.
They swipe it. Teodosic. It's offline from half court.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
Now, here's Richardson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, Doris. Steve, Clark, your thoughts on their defensive focus here?
Well, it's the right strategy, Kevin, because you have to play to your strengths as a team. You can't get away from who you are.
And that's right, Steve. Their strength is certainly what they do defensively. They can rattle folks.
The 76ers trail by 20. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession. And a chance here to check out how the Bucks ranked in the NBA last season. 11th in blocks, 17th in assists. As for three-point shooting, not a strong point for them. Top 20 in the league. They've got room for improvement in that area.
Wasted no time on that one. 11 points in the game.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Covington passes to Roten. He feeds it to Covington. Kicks it to Roten, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And checking out some numbers for Tony Roten, how his season went last year. Averaged about 13 a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last year.
Yeah, Steve, and this team knows he's their #1 option on offense.
And another three for Milwaukee.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Now, here's Roten. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Well, the Bucks last season with one of the worst records, guys, in the NBA, almost despite themselves.
Yeah, a rare high draft pick for a team that's never shown much appetite for rebuilding. Now they find themselves with some gifted young talent.
Teodosic, and another three for Milwaukee.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Roten kicks to Noel. Robinson dishes to Richardson. Roten, the pass to Covington. Feeds to Roten, looking to end the run. Shot is off. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Well, the question for the Bucks is this. I mean, will they feature those young players and then, in turn, by doing that, maximize their development? This has been a team that's been stuck on the treadmill of mediocrity for decades now, it seems. A chance presenting itself to go young and build something special. Will they have the patience and foresight and fortitude to do that? We'll see. I think they do, though. I think they'll be able to stay the course.
Now, here is Bell. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
Boy, he had it going offensively, just living at the line.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
And the Bucks have locked themselves in with some veteran contracts. I'll be interested to see how they balance minutes. Do you go young and look ahead, or do you put your best talent on the floor? Not an easy call.
Roten kicks to Covington. Pass to Richardson. Now here's Roten, defended by Anderson. Here's Robinson. Rebound, Milwaukee. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And you know what was most impressive? They've wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. Had them on their hands the whole time.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Sims is checked in, and it's Cannon in for Tony Roden. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. The 76ers, number 1.
Yeah, and I don't even know if the numbers really told the story. I mean, this was a tremendous defensive team last year.
And that one's good.
12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
The other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
The 76ers making a switch here. Milwaukee with the ball. The three from Anderson, and another three from Milwaukee.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
Three-pointer, Bell, Sims with the rebound.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Thompson, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Passes to Baker. Shoots from the right block. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. The 76ers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Cannon, defended by Anderson. Their offense, stone cold. Another miss there. Bell, that's a 2-pointer. He trains the quick shot. Bell's got 5.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Sampson, the pass to Cannon. There's the screen. Pass to Sampson. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Well, the playoffs weren't really a goal for the 76ers last year, Steve. They just wanted to get their young players some experience and build a foundation for their future.
And in that respect, they accomplished it. And you have to be careful when rebuilding, however, and that a losing culture doesn't start to take over. So that's the challenge here the next couple of years.
Baker drills the three-pointer. The Generals got 12 points in the game.
The defense has done very little to slow them down so far.
Here's Sims. Back to Smith. Shot clock at 6. And Smith gets double-teamed. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Milwaukee with the ball. Here's Teodosic. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
It seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Knocked loose. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
The story for them in this half is how poorly they've hung on to the basketball. I mean, just giveaway after giveaway. You can't be effective and productive when you're doing that.
Yeah, they have enough turnovers for an entire game. I mean, this is just sloppy basketball, guys. Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
Stolen by Anderson. The finish. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
To the wing on the left. Three-pointer. And another three for Milwaukee.
Those are starting to add up. In their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
Here's Grigoriev. And another three for Milwaukee.
But with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
And here's Anderson for 3, and that one's good. Anderson's got 12 points in the game.
Got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from three-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Well, let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise in the league last year. First in steals, 15th in rebounding, and they were in the top half of the league in assists as well. Not elite level, not quite good, but okay.
And the thing that I like that you talked about, Clark, was the steals, because to me that's their identity as a ball club. Number 1 in the league in thefts. They tried to take the ball away from the offense and really convert at the other end. And when they got that game going, they were really tough.
Another steal. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Ennis, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
20 seconds.
And the 76ers making a change here. Another steal. And here we go, the Bucks running again. And there's the pass to Baker. It's good from long range. The General's got 18 points.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Another steal. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Grigoriev. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
For Philadelphia, they've got a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. Inside, Yavtokis passes to Sims. Down low, passes it to Sampson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Sims.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
The tray. Good. Ennis has got his first bucket of the game and is on the board for 3.
This defense is giving their shooters free reign to operate from beyond the arc.
That's right. I think it's time for them to start closing down. You've got to run shooters off that three-point line.
18 seconds on the shot clock. 18.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Out of bounds. Bucks ball.
9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Bucks ahead, running away with it. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter.
Next Tuesday night, November 4th, the Milwaukee Bucks go up against Paul George and the Indiana Pacers. Live from Indianapolis, it's the real deal.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane.
They've got Bell. He's out there with Ennis, and it's Baker in at shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Cannon kicks it out to Richardson. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Tony Roten, how he performed last season. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Those aren't bad numbers, but they're not the kind that are going to earn a lot of extra minutes for him either.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if he wants to play a bigger role, a larger role on the team, those numbers are going to have to be better than just decent. Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Here's Bell. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Here's Canaan. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And he really kept his head down, was drawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team.
Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Indiana.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
Richardson dishes to Cannon. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Ennis, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. Well, guys, for a point guard, he can punch it.
Yes, sir. I mean, that would have been unheard of about a decade and a half ago, Kevin, seeing a guy bounce like that at his side.
Good point.
Times have changed, though, guys. We got guards all over the league who can play way above the rim.
Tyler Ennis, a 6'2" point guard out of Syracuse, was a big riser on draft boards in only one season in college. He led the ACC in assists and steals and had an outstanding assist-to-turnover ratio. Ennis is very sure-handed with the ball, and he also gained a reputation for being a big shot taker and big shot maker in his 1 year at Syracuse.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the 76ers making a change here. Covington's checked in. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Pass to Baker. To the middle. Right through the D for the layup. 9 points for Tyler Ennis. And Tyler Ennis, so skilled, a great handle. He's able to play under control, too, at all times.
Yeah, very fundamentally sound, and he keeps a great balance between scoring and setting up his teammates. I like the fact that he stepped into big moments during his 1 year at Syracuse.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Kevin, there's no doubting a tumultuous offseason for Jason Kidd. After what some say was a failed power play in Brooklyn, he moved on to coach Milwaukee. The Bucks with a less established roster, but Kidd got a bump in pay and may have a larger say on personnel. A surprising move, but he seems genuinely excited about guiding this young roster. Kevin, over to you.
He said it's not about the market, it's about the opportunity. We'll see how it goes. Thanks, Doris. The 76ers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Inside, here's Noel. That one's off, still out of sync.
And they needed that hoop to try to stop this run.
They just seem to keep coming up empty. They've got to slow it down and get a good shot.
And Bell kicks to Ennis. A 3-ball. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Here's Teodosic. Noel with the block. There's the pass to Baker. Here's Ennis. Here's Grigoriev. And another basket for Milwaukee.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. The 76ers making a switch here. Sims is checked in. On defense, Milwaukee. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Cannon, the pass to Sims. Shot clock at 6. Cannon dishes to Covington. This one for 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Teodosic, and again, Milwaukee with the triple.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Three-pointer, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Another steal from deep three-point range. That's good. He has 35.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Well, guys, it seems like the league has been pretty forward-thinking, willing to embrace changes over time, always trying to improve the game. And I think, you know, they actually changed the competition committee over the last couple of years. It used to be every general manager. Now it's made up of 3 owners, 3 general managers, 3 coaches, and a player, which I think is a much more manageable group to work with.
And it's Noel missing. Ennis with the ball. He's got 12.
And introduced last season here at the Bradley Center, the new playing court with the giant M's on each half of the court. It mimics details of the old pop art court they played on back in the 70s and 80s.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here in Philadelphia. If you're making a change here.
Coming onto the floor for the 76ers, Samson Smith.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And last season with the new court, it was too slippery at first, something to do with the matte finish. The Bucks had to take a few weeks to resurface it with a gloss finish and had it ready for the home opener.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Olynyk comes in for Bell, and it's Ilyasova in for Ennis. And Philadelphia making a change here. And Baamute's checked in.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, you got to get some bodies out there defensively, though. I mean, things are way too easy out beyond the three-point arc.
16 seconds on the shot clock. 16.
Smith kicks to Mbaamute. And it's Covington atop the key. Clock at 4. They need this one. And the shot is long. And guys, you'll love how the new court really embraces Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's a great design, Kevin. Very unique in its appearance. And I hear Zaza Pachulia bought the old court to install in his basketball academy in the Republic of Georgia.
Oh, that's a great story.
Yeah, really good story, and no resurfacing needed as a result.
Now the 76ers on the break. Knocks it loose.
Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound.
Pass to Bairstow. Lets it go from deep. And another three for Milwaukee.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
Covington kicks to Smith. Dishes to Covington. Rebound by Olynyk.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Baker. And another three for Milwaukee.
I wasn't sure if he'd be able to keep it up, but he had.
Wow. Now here is Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Vasquez can't get it to go.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
The dish now to Smith. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Took him no time at all on that one. Ilyasova's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, when you got a big man who can shoot from distance like he can, what a huge bonus that is.
Now here is Smith, guarded by Vasquez. All alone, rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And Olynyk kicks to Vasquez. The turnaround, and Olynyk with the basket on the assist by Ilyasova. Olynyk's got his first 2 points. Now Smith. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
A moment here now to look at some of the stats for Grievous Vasquez. How his season went last year. Put up about 9 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And they talk about what he's able to do, but last year was really learning the ropes.
Well, you know, Steve, rookie seasons can be tough, but I think this kid's going to be okay. To be honest, I'm speechless, and that doesn't happen very often. This may be the best shooting performance I've ever seen.
Pulls up for 3, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Again, lackluster transition defense.
And, you know, 7 of the last 10 points, Steve, they've given up have been off the fast break, so it's pretty easy to see the problem. Now you got to do something to correct it.
Covington kicks to Smith. He dishes it to Sims. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Sims has got 5 points so far.
Very high-quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
They are trying to pull away here, continuing to add to this lead.
Well, Steve, no time is a good time to let up in my mind. I mean, you got to continue to just play the game no matter what the score is. No mercy being shown out there, and they're looking to pull away. I like that.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
And he's shaken off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Smith kicks to Covington. The feed to Sims. 76ers moving the ball around. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Vasquez. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Another steal. Heaves it up. Tipped away.
Way to stay alert and grab the long rebound.
Passes it to Sampson. Here's Sims. He's got 5, and that's an air ball. Not even close. Shoots, and another basket for Milwaukee.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Here's Smith. Can't get it to go. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Bucks ahead, running away with this one. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Jason, I saw you briefly talking to Coach. What did he say was the objective from here on out?
Just going there, being aggressive, try to get the lead. We got to understand that they're going to go through the passing lanes. We got to be better with the ball.
Valuing the basketball always so crucial, Jason. Thanks for the time. Guys.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
Just absolute domination in this one. For the General, he has 35 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of just how many of those he's hit.
And here is Roten. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Robert Covington. Nerlens Noel is out there with Thomas Robinson. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Richardson in at the shooting guard position.
You know, the Sixers, quite honestly, since 2003 have been a team stuck on that treadmill of mediocrity, never winning more than 43 games. You know, last season the organization finally committed to a full overhaul and rebuild.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Vasquez. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
Out to the right wing. Covington kicks to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Roten. He's covered closely. Can't connect from short range. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Thomas Robinson, once the number 5 pick in 2012, but he's bounced around a bit in his young career. He said, "I'm not going to play the victim. I'm a grown man. I didn't come into the league with the right mindset, but it's a good thing. It matured me as a person. It humbled me. I just have..."
Thanks, Doris. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Moving it up. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist by Vasquez.
Well, the defense has been consistently slow in transition. That's why you see this big differential in fast break points.
Yeah, you know, you want to be aggressive offensively, but you got to have defensive floor balance, and you can't leave yourself exposed like that over and over again.
Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Boy, this is the kind of shooting performance coaches dream of. It makes their job so much easier. An excellent start to this third quarter.
They get a hand on it. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Thompson, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17. Now in from the lineup.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. In the corner, it's Robinson. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Milwaukee's gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
And blocked. And they're able to recover.
Boy, a rough start to the second half. 5 straight clunkers.
From deep. And another three for Milwaukee.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
14 seconds on the shot clock. 14.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Bucks have gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room.
The turnover difference hasn't been in their favor, but you know what? It hasn't really slowed them down too much. I like the fact they're staying aggressive here.
Thompson in the corner. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Here's Vasquez. He's got 14. Kicks it to Ilyasova. He feeds it to Vasquez. Pass to Baker. From past the arc. And another three for Milwaukee.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Here's Roten. Misses off the left iron.
Tony Roten, an athletic slashing guard. He got the chance to... extensively last season with the Sixers, but the lack of refinement on his jumper made him more of a volume scorer.
He kicks it to Noel. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, Milwaukee. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Shot clock at 6. Can they get it? Rebound, Milwaukee.
Now, he hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
There's the triple. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. And Roten given the chance last season, Clark, to play through his mistakes and gain some confidence.
And I thought his decision-making, while a question mark, Kevin, early, has started to get a little bit better. He's an athletic guard who really does a nice job attacking the rim.
Grant, he's checked in for Roten. They get a hand on it. Philadelphia with the ball. They're scoreless since the first half.
Inexcusable mistake for a team that's trying to get back into the game.
Yeah, I have no clue what he was thinking about there. As a matter of fact, he may have had his brain in neutral.
For 3, Vasquez, that's good. Vasquez has got 17 now.
Boy, you can feel the confidence growing right now for this club at the offensive end.
Really an ideal time to have one of these runs after halftime, but before crunch time. They're setting themselves up for a great fourth quarter.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
To the right side. And Ilyasova kicks to Bell. Just 5 to shoot. Drains the winning trade. 11 points in the game.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
Thompson passes to Kanan. They can't stop the run with that one.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotation.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Wow, they are just red hot, guys. Not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
Noel dishes to Grant. Goes back up. Gets hauled in by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Three-pointer, Bell, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
It's so hard to try to play defense with the height mismatch out there that's on the perimeter, and they gave up the three-pointer.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
The 76ers making a switch here, and the pass to Baker. Here's Grigoriev. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 18.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
And there's the foul against Milwaukee. And Philadelphia making a change here. Sims is checked in. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Smith checked in for Philadelphia. And here's Ilyasova outside. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got his 7th assist here tonight. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Ilyasova. Here's Baker. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. And the breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break. This is unbelievable. What a shooting exhibition we're seeing out there today.
You know, the Sixers have really undergone a complete reversal in recent years from a team with a very old-school, traditional front office to a team that's now focused on the science and analytics of winning basketball. And quite honestly, guys, we're seeing more and more teams embrace the analytics side of it.
That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
Here's Kanan, guarded by Vasquez. Passes it to Sampson, and stolen by Ilyasova. And now here comes Vasquez leading the break, and Ilyasova throws it down.
That's exactly what you want coming off a steal. Get into transition, find an easy basket.
Yes, sir, the ideal fast break opportunity there.
Now he's playing with an edge here, playing extremely well offensively here in the second half.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And so it's Milwaukee now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. They've got the Wizards ahead of them for the next game. It's in Washington. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Had so much space there. The defense really not showing him the respect. You can see his eyes get wide.
Swiped it away. Here's the three. And another three for Milwaukee.
Boy, he's putting up big numbers in that three-point column, guys.
And turnovers, Clark and Steve, have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Why does it always... Come back to food, Clark. Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots, and the other team...
Oh,
how about that basketball,
man? Beautiful. Wow. It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Launches a three. Good. 26 points for him.
Now they continue to be sloppy with the ball, and they're shooting themselves in the foot right now.
Yeah, it's hard enough to win in this league, Steve. I mean, you can't afford careless mistakes if you're going to be a winning team.
Pass to Dioptokis. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Another steal. Down low. Here's Vasquez. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
The drive by Smith. Yavtokas passes to Kanan. 5 on the clock. Up and in on the layup. Cannon's got his first basket. Feeds it to Ilyasova. To the wing right side. Here's Vasquez. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Wow. Wow. What a great performance from him. He's hit 3 in each half.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Smith. Pass to Sims. Kanan kicks to Smith. Offensive rebound. Yavtokas. The layup off target.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face.
And at the end.
Coming up Wednesday, November 5th, Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls hit the road to do battle with the Milwaukee Bucks. Live from Bradley Center. You don't want to miss it.
On and my thumb on and you take 2 of these and call me in the morning. You should see the way the chain harness is flying like a bird, like Nelly Furtado. Pop your toes green chairs, get your 2-step, cause it's the record of the year. That brought you ice creams, 2 for a pair, officially announcing this is
Vasquez out there with the general. Then there's Bell. Then it's Ilyasova. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
They have got to get a hand in his face. And he's unconscious from out there.
Inside, it's stolen by Bell.
Analytics has become a huge part of the NBA, and one element of that jumps out at me is basically the cameras that track every movement of every player and can provide info on when exactly a player gets tired to how much of their time on the floor they are actually running instead of standing around.
Grant dishes to Roten. Back to Grant. Trying to find Mbamute. Gets it to him. The layup missed. Milwaukee's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And back to the camera system we were talking about. Some teams using it more than others, but they are starting to find and use all sorts of data, Steve, from those cameras.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear how different teams are using that technology. Some teams use it to check on the club's spacing. They'll see how many times a guy is dribbling the ball compared to the season before. That's what the Celtics did with Rondo. It's really interesting. It's a tremendous amount of data to process, but the trick is, making it work, making it mean something.
2 on none. No one back to stop this. And Ilyasova throws it down.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Dishes to Grant. Now here's Roten. Screened by Grant. Roten kicks to Grant. And Mbamute can't get it to go.
Hey, the defense was right there just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Bell. Fires the 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
No hesitation by this team getting out and running the transition game. Really important for them.
The importance, Steve, of getting out on the fast break is all the easy buckets it creates, and they've made the most of their chances. The defense isn't able to get set, and you've got a running start to the rim. Boy, Vasquez, man, what an example of tremendous passing skill.
The dish to Roten. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. This one for 3, and that one's good. Bell's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I'll tell you what, since the beginning of the fourth quarter, the three-point shot has really just been there for them. Everything's fallen.
Yeah, the touch from downtown is right on point.
And Ilyasova throws it down.
This is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible. This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
And he gets the bucket.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been deadly.
It's stolen by Vasquez. Ball's knocked loose.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now, though.
Down low, here's Yatokis. Rebounded by the Bucks. The General's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Vasquez, that's good. Vasquez has got 27 points.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Now here's Roten, defended by Bell. The 76ers with another miss.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
From downtown, that's good from Vasquez on the assist by Ilyasova. Vasquez has got 30.
But you gotta love to see that kind of range. He's been lighting it up from outside.
Roten, the pass to Thompson. Grant inside. No good, unable to end this run. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
He's had a big half from beyond the arc. When he's this hot, the green light doesn't get much greener.
4-on-3 break. And for 3, Bell. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
He's been on a tear from the three-point line this game.
And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to make the easy pass. Somebody's open, throw it to them. When you do that multiple times, the game starts to find a flow to itself.
Here's Baker, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
You're hot, you're hot. This is unbelievable.
Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Roten with it. On the wing, Thompson. He dishes it to Mba Amute.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. And the Bucks making a change here.
Substitution for the Bucks.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Out of bounds. Bucks ball.
Well, I never got to compete in a dunk contest, but I've seen more than a few at All-Star Weekend. It's just amazing what players today can do in the air. Still, I think my favorite dunker of all time was Julius Erving. Watching him in transition was just a thing of beauty.
Tipped away. Bucks another fast break opportunity here. A nice shot by Anderson.
An impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
Grant inside. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And now the fast break. Bell with the ball. Got that one up quick. Bell's got 35 in the game.
Boy, they've looked good in the open floor today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, they've been doing the right thing, Steve. Anytime they've had numbers, they've gone straight up court with it right away. Boom.
And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They are absolutely rolling.
Roten dishes to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Elbow shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. 4-on-3 as they bring it up.
Well, at this point, early in the season, still so much optimism for the season ahead. We all have our predictions, but there are always going to be some surprises out there, some surprise teams. And that's why we say all the time, that's why they tee it up and play the game.
And Philadelphia making a change here. And Philadelphia has possession. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
And early on, while teams are still gelling, still knocking the rust off, Steve, it creates kind of a parity, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, this is often where you'll see some upsets. You know, the talent you have on paper is one thing, but you got to produce on the court. I mean, teams really just getting put to their first tests.
Here's Milwaukee now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
He is red hot. I'm not sure how you slow him down.
I'm not either, Steve. Whatever they're throwing at him, it's not working.
And here we go, the Bucks running again. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Now, here is Smith. He's guarded closely. Amute is screen on Anderson. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Here's Teodosic. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Anderson.
You know, I'd like to see more of that from him. He's been passing up his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones he takes. He's got to be more aggressive.
Stolen by Anderson.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for Milwaukee.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
Well, this win gives them a victory in round one of what's basically a four-game fight between these teams this season.
And it will be a fight, Steve. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra meaning for the players.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for the General. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything, really, to stop him.
Here's Grigoriev. And another three for Milwaukee.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Poke loose. Now the Bucks moving it up. Launches the three. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
And the pass to Sampson. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Well, this one is winding down now. Milwaukee can watch the clock run out. Anderson outside. He's looking for Bell and finds him. Makes it off the glass. Bell's got 40 points.
No way you can get back into the game if you continue to give up layups.
Smith the pass to Yoptokis. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Just a loss of focus there. He lost concentration. He's got to be kicking himself for missing that one.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, the General.